Patriots passing game ain't nothing but running plays.
Dinks and donks. Okay.
So you can control the clock and keep the ball out of Mahomes' hands.
That's true.
So then when they get the ball back, they're going to be throwing some bricks. Like it's going to feel like bricks because the ball's going to be cold and frozen, right?
Right.
So that's one. That's one. Two is the goddamn Belichick.
Oh.
Like
this is how you know it's some serious. He's legendary when you put a "the" in front of his name. The Belichick.
He is. He should be the Belichick at this point.
Why? This whatever you about to say. The fact that you put the Belichick at this point is why I put Belichick higher than Tom Brady. I give Belichick more credit for the Patriots winning than Tom Brady.
I hate to do this argument because I don't necessarily believe it to be true. But Jordan didn't win without Pippen.
Okay.
Ain't nobody taking away from Jordan's greatness by saying, well, he didn't win without Pippen. You can't take away from Brady just because he had a great coach.
Okay. But Belichick won with Matt Castle.
He didn't win no damn Super Bowl.
He didn't make the playoffs, but they still went 10-6. 10-6 end of the year in that weak ass division, which is the sorriest division in the NFL, by the way. In that weak ass division would have got you in the playoffs.
If was a fifth, I'd be drunk off my ass. That's my uncle used to say.
But he was an alky.
It don't matter. He was functional. You don't bet against Belichick. And I'm with you. I know you can't legally vote for the Saints just because of your past endeavors in the 2018 fantasy football season.
You have one job, Sean Payton. One job.
But it's the same theory. They will run the ball and keep the ball out of their hands. They're going to follow Dallas' blueprint from that Thursday night game or whatever that was, where Dallas controlled the clock, didn't give up no big plays, and they just sat on the ball, especially with whatever crack they giving O.J. Anderson.
Who's O.J. Anderson?
O.J. was it C.J. Anderson.
Right. Hey.
Call him motherfucker O.J. He run like the juice.
Right. He's on the juice. Hey, buddy, you put up, 145?
3 weeks in a row, basically.
Right. That's heavy.
Off the street.
That's heavy.
He heavy, too. He out there looking like Jerome Bettis. Bro, he got the throwback jerseys on.
Bro.
He 35. Bettis was 36.
Natron means, bro. That's who you looking like right now.
That's because of the height. But you wasn't here. That was when the Rams came here. They had Bettis.
Okay.
And that big motherfucker used to move. That was before the Steelers.
Which, I know, I get it. Which is crazy, right? Someone that size, moving at that speed, that velocity. Well, did I say it right?
Velocity.
My bad.
But, bruh, that's what it looked. The jersey number is one off. So, like, when I saw that, that was exactly what I thought of.
Wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round.
And then we traded him and got Marshall Faulk, and the rest is history.
Super Bowl bound.
Stolen from my Colts. But we got Edge. We got Edge that year.
Hall of Fame Edge?
Hopefully, Hall of Fame Edge.
Should be, man. Hey, let the Edge in.
Let the Edge in.
He was one of, I want to say...
Just a tip.
He was one of 4 running backs to get to 3,000 yards in their first 2 seasons. I believe it was Eric Dickerson's, Edge, Barry, and Clint Portis. So let Edge in, and he already told you, Hall of Fame voters. He said, "Hey, y'all vote for him to get in. He's gonna throw the biggest strip club party for you guys. All the dances is gonna be on him. Hey, you know the patent is saying what happens in the strip club stays in the strip club."
I think if he would have had that last year, if he would have had the last year in Indy, they won another Super Bowl.
No, so he never won a Super Bowl in Indy. If he would have had 06.
His last year there, right. They got rid of him in 05.
Right.
He played 06, 07, 08, I think. But if he would have had that last year, he still got 1,000 yards on the Cardinals.
Right.
But that would have put him at 10,000 yards for the Colts.
And a Super Bowl.
And a Super Bowl ring. They end up giving him a ring anyway.
Which they should have.
Right. Which was, that alone should tell you how much he meant to that team.
And they didn't want to pay the man.
He's 11th all-time total yards from scrimmage.
Hall of Famer.
More than Bettis, more than Jim Brown, more than Eric Dickerson.
Hall of Famer.
I think the biggest thing is he didn't have the flashy numbers.
You know, edge rush for what? He led the league in rushing, I want to say either his first or second year. Because he had like 1,700 one of those years and 1,300 the other year. That's how he got over 3,000 yards.
Oh, real quick.
He was a man, bro. He came into the league as a man.
Well,
and then they always, like, the Hall of Famers, like, they try to, the committee try to change the criteria and talk about character and all this, right?
But they let Marvin Harrison in.
Right, but let's talk about character then. Since they always want to bring it up with T.O. Let's talk about character. This man's wife passed away. He dedicated a free football account in her name. He has it every year. Everything is paid. All expense paid for these kids. He has one rule. You just cannot fight. You leave everything out there on the field. And if you fight, you get kicked out the camp. If that doesn't speak to a man's character, I don't know what does. You know what I mean?
Well, you talking about somebody that never had an off-the-field incident.
Never.
Yeah, he had goatee. Yeah, he had dreads.
Yes, he was in a Trick Daddy video.
But look at the NFL now. 60% of y'all cornerbacks got dreadlocks.
Alvin Kamara.
Another 30% of running backs. Like, the look and feel of what the NFL is has changed. To quote the stats, he had 1,553 yards his rookie year.
Heavy.
He had 1,709 his second year.
Heavy.
And that's just running. He had another 600 receiving basically both years.
Then he blew out an ACL.
Played 6 games. Still had 660 yards. That was actually his highest yards per game average. He was averaging 110 that year before he blew it out.
Right. But then, you know, back then, they say it takes you a year and a half to 2 years to come back fully off of ACL.
Right. Well, he missed 2 games the 2002 season. I think we sucked terrible that year anyway. But he was 11 yards off of 1,000. So that's what would have did him over. But even after he left the Colts, he had 1159. He had 1222 in back-to-back years with the Cardinals. So it wasn't like he was done.
Right.
It was just they were just trying to get younger. Because Joseph Adai sucked.
Joseph Adai.
What we got there was Rhodes.
Dominic Rhodes, number 33.
Yeah, because Adai kept fumbling.
Right.
Where Edge would have been the 3-down back there. You had to play Adai for 2, and then you play Rhodes on the 3rd down, and you was passing it to Brandon Stokely in the slot.
Hey, so Julian Edelman, Cole Beasley, all you slot receivers, thank Brandon Stokely.
No, you think Ricky Pro.
Ooh, you went back. Rick Pro with the Rams, then with the Panthers.
Yep.
Okay.
He had 2 Super Bowls.
Number 87.
Hands like gloves.
He had what? Hands. He had hands.
All right. What's the final? What's Super Bowl prediction final? We save that? We're going to save that? We're going to let the Necklace Wonder get in here for that?
We'll let him talk about it next time.
Next time. Until next time, we'll see y'all. Ballin' Buckets. Subscribe, IG, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Ballin' Buckets. We out. Next time.